Good evening and welcome to our night service. My name is Tracy and I'm the vicar of St Thomas's Church in Mellor in South Manchester. So let us start our service by lighting a candle. The light reminds us that the light of Christ shines brightly within each of us and especially shines brightly when it's darkened times too. So let us just still ourselves for a time of prayer. The angels of God guard us through the night and quieten the powers of darkness. The Spirit of God be our guide to lead us to peace and to glory. It is but lost labour that we haste to rise up early and so late take rest and eat the bread of anxiety. Those beloved of God are given gifts even while they sleep. My brothers and sisters, our help is in the name of the eternal God, who is making the heavens and the earth. Amen. Dear God, thank you for all that is good, for our creation and our humanity, for the stewardship you have given us of this planet Earth, for the gifts of life and of one another, and for your love which is unbounded and eternal. O thou most holy and beloved, my companion, my guide upon the way, my bright evening star. Eternal Spirit, flow through our being and open our lips, that our mouths shall proclaim your praise. Amen. And our psalm this evening is Psalm 121. I will lift up my eyes to the mountains, but where shall I find help? From you alone, O God, does my help come, Creator of the ever-changing hills. You will not let me stumble on the rough pathways. You care for me and watch over me without ceasing. I am sure that the guardian of my people neither slumbers nor sleeps. The God of all nations keeps watch, like a shadow spread over me. So the sun will not strike me by day, nor the moon by night. You will defend me in the presence of evil. You will guard my life. You will defend my going out and my coming in, this night and always. Amen. And our reading this evening is taken from the book of Exodus, chapter 2. After a long time, the king of Egypt died. The Israelites groaned under their slavery and cried out. Out of the slavery, their cry for help rose up to God. And God heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. God looked upon the Israelites, and God took notice of them. Moses was keeping the flock of his father-in-law Jethro, the priest of Midian. He led his flock beyond the wilderness and came to Horeb, the mountain of God. There the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a flame of fire out of a bush. He looked, and the bush was blazing, yet it was not consumed. Then Moses said, I must turn aside and look at this great sight and see why the bush is not burned up. When the Lord saw that he had turned aside to see, God called to him out of the bush, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here I am. Then he said, Come no closer. Remove the sandals from your feet, for the place on which you are standing is holy ground. He said further, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look at God. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. God that made us to earth and heaven, darkness and light, who the day for toil has given, for rest the night. May thy angel guards defend us, slumber sweet thy mercy send us, holy dreams and hopes attend us this livelong night. Guard us waking, guard us sleeping, and when we die, may we in thy mighty keeping all peaceful lie. When the last dread call shall wake us, do not thou, our God, forsake us, but to reign in glory take us with thee on high. Amen. Into your hands, O God, I commend my spirit, for you have redeemed me, O God of truth and love. Keep me, O God, as the apple of your eye, and hide me under the shadow of your wings. Amen. Preserve us, O God, while waking, and guard us while sleeping, that awake we may watch with Christ, and asleep we may rest in your peace. Hear the words of Simeon. Praise be to God, I have lived to see this day. God's promise is fulfilled and my duty is done. At last you have given me peace, for I have seen with my own eyes the salvation you have prepared for all nations, a light to the world in its darkness and the glory of your people Israel. Glory be to God, sustaining, redeeming, sanctifying, as in the beginning, so now and forever. Amen. Be present, Spirit of God, within us, your dwelling place and home, that this house may be one where all darkness is penetrated by your light, all troubles calmed by your peace, all evil redeemed by your love, all pain transformed in your suffering, and all dying glorified in your risen life. Amen. May God bless us and keep us. May God's face shine upon us and be gracious to us, and give us light and peace. Amen. The divine Spirit dwells in us. Thanks be to God. Amen.